don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like
I need some good company today, and I got it all day long. First with Theater Thursday, now with Salute to Service, our
Salute
first
to sir.
one.
Yes,
Our
sir.
first
Welcome.
So Chad over at Alton VFW Post 1308, he bakes cookies, he cooks dinner, he does it all over there.
I'm
And
trying not to.
well, this is really exciting, Chad, because we're going to announce our scheduled time, but just to get us on and get everyone familiar with what we're going to be talking about with this, because we were just talking before we came on the back from commercial break, and Chad noted the growth of the show and how much different it looked.
Yeah, from that if you go back to our very first episode, I don't know if you want to call it an episode. It was a show, but
It was something.
To where he's grown now it's just amazing what RiverBender has done in here. It's, I mean,
We're getting
really
there,
impressed.
man. Well,
Yeah.
and it's because of, you guys go, because you could easily went, what the hell did we just get ourselves
Exactly.
in? Yeah, we got our neighbor's dog passed away. We got a funeral to go. But no, you didn't. You guys kept coming back, and now we're
Yes.
growing and growing, and now starting some more segments with friends of the show with this. And Chad, the first time you guys came on, I thought, oh, well, this would be cool, talk a little bit, get some history of the Doughboy, what.
Right.
And then I realized actually how much you guys do in the community. There's so much that still I don't think the public, citizens like
Yeah.
myself really understand that what you guys are, doing for all of us, not just for, veterans, but for the community as a whole.
Yes. I'm glad you actually brought that up. We actually have our second annual national VFW's Still Serving campaign. So, that's coming up May 6th. It is a way to unite veterans across America in a common goal. I mean, showing the nation the impact veterans make in the community. So anybody that we just need support from our veterans and to show the community that our veterans are still serving in any way that they can, because I feel that by helping and serving your community becomes better in it.
You're right. Well, and too, it brings everyone closer to, and it creates these long-lasting relationships that are needed in the community to thrive and to be just happy to live in a certain spot of the world anywhere.
Most definitely, I agree with that.
Well, and too, Chad, whether or not it's just the canteen, which I can't say enough great stuff about. I keep talking 4 times a week. I'm telling people, listen. What are you doing tonight? Go to the canteen. What are you doing? Go to the canteen. I have never been at a bar top that's more comfortable than at the Post.
Yeah.
That cushioned bar top, I don't know who decided on that one, but god dang, man, that's a win.
I think that's the original one they put in there when they built that building.
It looks brand
52
new.
years old, so I think.
It looks brand new,
quote me
though.
on
You
it,
guys
yeah.
really clean it well.
Yes.
Well, and too, the Prairie State Gaming Room was hitting the other night, too.
Yes, I will tell you right now, I've had, that I know of, at least one person walk out with 1,500. So, yeah, it's a good place.
I feel like I lost that.
Yeah, I love Prairie State Gaming coming in and helping, and they're doing a lot for the Post.
Are they, too? Yeah.
Yeah, they're really helping us out.
Wow. Well, and the last time we were talking, you had the Boy Scout pancake breakfast, and we had our ambassador, or the Scoutmaster, or the post commander for the day.
Yep.
And so many great stuff. But before we talk about all of that, a couple of weeks ago, Greg Nasello, a guy I might know, my dad and I, he's the next head coach for the boys team in Alton and coming back, and we were calling the CM versus the Triad Knights girls soccer game. Aubrey Wallace.
Yes, Aubrey Wallace.
Who is she in relation to you, sir?
So she is my wife's great niece.
That is so cool.
Yes. So, and I will tell you what, that young girl is going to places. I tell you, and I'll tell you who else is going to. Is her brother and sister are, right on her heels. So those are the ones you really got to watch out for. The small and mighty.
I'm telling you
She's quick. She's quick on her. And to come back from that knee injury,
Yeah, come on.
I mean, come on.
That doesn't happen very often.
No.
Whenever you're successful coming back, too, because coming back just initially is tough.
Oh, yeah. The rehab and stuff like that, I couldn't do it now.
No.
I guess what? I'd still be down.
You're but and to come back and thrive, it's so cool that it's such a small world too. But I want to ask you about a few of the other things that I wanted to get more insights on, and then we'll talk anything else.
Yeah.
I want to ask you more about the VFW Farm. I did not, and it's not open, to the public. It's just for the members, correct?
No, it's open for the public. The public can go out there, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was.
Yeah,
And now
we have a bar out there, and we've got a pavilion, we've got a couple barbecue pits, a pond,
Oh, well, see, it was because I can't read. I went to, I can't make that joke. I think they're a sponsor. But I was reading, and I didn't even realize this. I mean, 107 acres right over here in Brighton.
Yes.
We do, birthday parties and stuff there?
Most definitely. Yeah, they have a big outdoor pavilion.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do all kinds of events out there. Bands, we could set up bands and stuff like that as well.
That's incredible. I
Yeah.
mean, that is really incredible. I had no idea.
And we got a tank sitting out there. Yeah, a big tank.
They used to. That was my nickname in high school.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
I would
incredible.
have to tie a weight around you, boy.
Well, I am. You bring me. We are selling cement blocks so they're people
Yeah.
under 150 in their lives, so the wind doesn't blow us away.
Exactly.
So what's coming up this weekend at the Post?
So we do have this weekend, Friday. We do have a benefit for one of the victims. I'd say victims, and they were injured in a car accident.
Yeah.
So one of the young ladies that worked there, Joellen, we're having a benefit for her son. So we're just so come out and support that. Friday, I think on the menu is Sloppy Joe's.
Oh yeah. Yip yips.
Yep. Love yip yips. Love me some yip yips. And then the ladies' night we've got coming up. I think we might have a fish fry May 5th.
Fish fry.
Fish fry. Yeah. Oh,
Angie, we're hitting all the hits today.
I got just for a second. Angie rolled up with this idea. And she's working on it in private, and it is going to be an amazing thing. We're helping veterans, it's going to be helping veterans, things like that. So when she says she's able, it's not just because of her last name. And the commander and ourselves at the Post are going to support it 110%. We're just got, the salute to service is the same,
Yeah.
It's about giving back to those who need it, especially those coming out of the service that changeover, things like that.
I couldn't imagine, and I mean that. I could not imagine. I've told my brother this. I really could not imagine the transition of coming back, especially from a conflict,
Yes.
and you're all of a sudden you're back and you have to just act like everything's normal again.
Yeah. It is one of the toughest transitions, and to be honest with you, a lot of them can't handle it. And I think that's a part of the 22 that we lose every day.
Yeah.
So, that the veterans in our community, no matter what post you're at, you can always volunteer. You can, if you're not physically able, the post, each individual post around the country is supported by the community. We have light bills to pay. We still have bills to pay, and it's all volunteer. None of our, I think the only people who really are paid are the bartenders.
Well, and I don't think folks
and our ops
realize
managers.
that, Chad. I think sometimes they think, oh, well, you guys get a big case of money sent to you every year going, all right, light bills. It's not. You guys have to figure this out. And I mean,
donations. Simple, whether it's food, clothes, monetary, gift cards, whatever. Home Depot is getting ready to come out and clean our Doughboy statue. They're volunteers.
Wow.
We submitted for a grant, got approved. All of our ceiling tiles are going to get replaced. So, and it's all because Home Depot reached out to us, and we sat down, talked to them, and was able to get that done.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah. We had our water heater. In this month alone, we've had our water heater go out and our boiler. So, yeah, and that takes some money.
Okay.
And so, we have to work to get.
You win. Okay, I've been moping around this damn building for a month now, going, I'm just so overwhelmed, and then you guys are dealing with water heaters, boilers, and trying to get things going.
We're doing good.
The smile's back on my face though, because you come in and with the smile and act like hey, we got to keep moving.
There's always a way around. If you can't go through it, over it, under it, blow it up. You just blow it up and you just go right through it.
Boom! By the way, somebody turned 30 years old the other day. The guy sitting across from me. Happy late birthday.
Yes, 30. Yeah, I look like I'm 30, don't I? Yeah, that's big old sexiness here. I knew Leprechaun had something to do with that one.
She did. And the program we were talking about a little earlier was Family First Veterans Assistance, which I'm excited to learn more about this, and I'm sure we will. And before we go into anything else, and I have so much more I want to talk with you about, Chad. Salute to Service really is going to be about all the different programs. I know that we're going to do the rituals team, and we're going to kind of film some stuff and get to meet some of the folks too, because there's a gauntlet, I hate, no pun intended, an army of you guys that are really providing the mission and achieving the mission of the post.
Yeah, and it's not just I know there's a lot of Marines out there and Navy and Air Force going, it's not an army, it's a...
Sorry.
It's a group of soldiers, it's a group of Navy men, Air Force, it's a group of all of us that have that desire to continue to serve. No matter what we've been through in the past, the reason why we joined was to serve.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a way that we can get that done. The Salute to Service, I think, is just a way of us trying to keep our veterans above, because I know a lot of veterans are struggling right now. I mean, with the inflation, you've got, with everything that's going on just in society alone.
Yeah.
And then they're having to deal with mental issues or home issues. That by coming out and helping, kind of gets that. Yeah. It gives them something else to do than sit at home.
Well, and too, you guys that are watching this, whenever you do, whenever Salute to Service is on, if you have any questions, or if you have any thoughts, just send me an email and I'll send them to Chad and go, hey, can we tackle these things? Can we talk about them? Or even if it's live, send me a text. We'll talk, about it on the air.
Most definitely.
Another thing you were doing was a couple of weeks ago, you were down in Mississippi, surveying the damage. And, bringing all these great donations down with your wife. Take us through that experience.
That experience was one of the most blessed experience I think I've seen in quite some time. Just the simple devastation of how one row of houses may have a couple of shingles off, but the very house across the street, from there on out, it's been wiped out. The donations that we received from local life members and the stuff that we had in our pantry, plus the donations from Cottage Hills and the district commander there, I filled up our Chrysler Pacifica from front to back.
You did. It was really wall-to-wall filled.
Yes, and so we drove that down, the wife and I, and we met up with Hugh Long, from the Mississippi. He is a former state commander, and he is the district commander. He was just so interesting and so thankful for what we were down there to do.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was just an amazing, amazing man. And I got pictures I'll make sure that we send to you soon.
Please do, and we'll add them to our pre-roll with it. And
And Jay.
and we'll add it to our pre-roll and our intro stuff too,
Yeah.
because I think the more we can highlight all the different things you guys do, I mean,
Yes.
it's a win, because whether or not, and we have Memorial Day coming up and all these
Yes.
things, we'll have to get together about what we can do to maybe do a tape show or something, and
Yes, we're I think the second oldest in our post is like the second oldest in the nation in marching in the Memorial Day parade.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's an amazing tradition. It's either and in the Halloween parade, I don't think we've missed one. Even during the pandemic, I don't think we missed one.
That's incredible.
So then, and that has a lot to do with our volunteers, our ritual team. All of our officers and stuff like that being out there.
Well, and two, it's one of those things, Chad, where I think sometimes we take it for granted in a way, and not, picking on us, or anything like that. But, we're so used to you guys being there that I don't think we would know what it's like to go, wait a minute, why weren't they there today?
Exactly.
There hasn't been a time for that not happening.
No. And a lot of our members right now, they work full time.
Exactly.
So they really don't have a lot of time to donate. And we understand, I know as a post member, but there are other things that you can do. I mean, if we have events out like, membership drives, things like that, most definitely Angie.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we just need the camaraderie. It's not about who does what or, who doesn't do what. It's about bringing more to the community, more help to the community and veterans.
Well, you and so many at the post, including the commander and Angie, you and the commander and Angie, as just you three too, do a lot behind the scenes, and I mean a lot that we don't really know about, because
Correct.
You guys make sure it's off without a hitch, no matter what day of the week we come into the canteen,
Right.
what event we're at. I mean, I couldn't even begin to know, what that is, that day to day when you're trying to pick up pieces and you're trying to still evolve to that next generation.
Correct. And donations, the commander is, he's the one that goes out usually a lot and gets a lot of the donations that we need to repair an air conditioning, to repair a heater, whatever the major repairs are. So, the senior vice, the junior vice, they all have a mission to do something. And even our post members, there's a lot of things that our own post members and auxiliary,
Yes.
the auxiliary, is a big part of any post.
You're right.
We don't have to like each other, but we can all get along, I think. That's just kind of that's just my personal philosophy.
Well, it's the way I think of it too. To me, that's where I think we've kind of all gotten into this point where it's just like, sometimes it's, instead of just disagreeing, you don't think anything of it. I don't know if it's the news. I don't know what the hell it is, but now it's like, once you disagree, you have to start yelling or arguing. And it's like, no, you just go, I don't like that. Okay, you move on. You just
right. Okay.
pick it up, keep going.
Exactly. Exactly. And, the thing I love about the VFW is when the veterans come together and they're actually involved with each other, that's the part that I enjoy. I'm not a sit at the bar, drink beer all day kind of guy. I did that enough when I was in the service. And plus my wife won't let me do that.
Yeah. That's it. Well, that's the best answer you can. I would be great on Family Feud. Good answer.
Yeah, good answer. Yeah. Even in the service, my designation as a combat medic, it was to help.
Yeah.
And I think I've tried to carry that through life, and helping the veterans and their families, and whether it's the auxiliary doing it, it's still, to me, we're all helping. And that's what I think this community needs. Well,
and perfect time to throw this in. A great text in from Angie. All of us are under one flag, as the commander says, and it's true.
Yes. I mean, it's red, white, and blue, and stars.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all under one flag, and that flag drapes America.
Yeah.
And if we just come together put our differences aside. Think about those less fortunate, because I tell you what, you go drive down through any of the tornado damaged areas that we've had over the last week, you will realize that these people have lost everything. I mean, everything from the ground up, every person, even if some of the clothes on their back, you know.
Well, and too, I'll take it a step further. With COVID, we all had the only luxury of it is we were all off together. You know,
Right.
the world stopped. With tornadoes, it doesn't. You know, these
Right.
people that lost their house, they still have to get up and find a way to get to work a lot of these times and still bring money home because they got to pay for insurance or they got to pay for all this stuff.
Just
And-
eating, eating.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. And it's some of these things where, you know, like I was kind of joking earlier with you, Chad, where it's like, oh, you know, I got all this and it's, well, then you open your eyes and you go take a trip like you did and you go, holy hell.
And start thinking about that now. You know, the Scouts.
Yeah.
You know, they have their big pancake breakfast coming up again next month.
Okay.
I think it's May 21st.
I think it is too, actually. I remember that date a couple of
May
times.
21st. It'll be there at the Post from 10 to 1, I think, or 10 to 12. I think the Scouts is a good way to start teaching kids at that age the structure of the military, or the structure of,
You're right.
you know, respect, dignity, camaraderie.
Well, I'll take it a step further. The other day at the North Alton Godfrey Business Council, Martez Moore was there, who is the director of the Scouts for the Greater St. Louis area.
Yes.
Former Marine, just a great story. And he said the same thing. He goes, you know, whether or not it was, my service or, just I got my start in the Scouts because it taught me so many things that were so valuable in life, those lessons,
Right.
that it prepared me for a lot of the things I faced, down the pipeline. And it's a great addition to have. And I'm right there with you on the Scouts.
Yeah, and I think the more you get your kids involved, I mean, this is where you start, is with our younger generation, most definitely.
Absolutely. And if you guys have anything to do in the next couple of weeks, well, remember, quarter auctions on the second Thursday of every month. Free bingo every Wednesday. And what's Queen of Hearts up to?
Queen of Hearts is up to 6530 something. I think it's 6500 or 66, something like that.
Well, damn, that could pay for my car note. I'm liking that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there we go. Well, and too, I mean, there's so much to talk about, and all year long, there's always, your guys' Toys for Tots drive in December.
$1.50 beers on Wednesday nights with the Queen of Hearts,
There's so much. And I always tell people, I go, to me, here's the best sales pitch I can give you. It's not even a sales pitch. It's just to give you an idea. You can go over to VFW on, a weekday night and go enjoy. And not only get you a cold drink, listen to the touch tunes, play some darts, go hit the Prairie State Gaming Room and maybe win a jackpot. You get to meet some friends. You get to, meet some new friends, too, on that same regard. Yep. And talk to some of the vets that, served our nation and really, with pride, protected us. I mean, it's a win.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good time. I mean, more cowbell. We love to have our community come in.
Yep.
And we have the free pool. We've got the big dance floor out there.
And you guys can rent that damn bingo hall over there.
Yes.
I'm telling you what, I have had so much fun over at your guys' events, and it's because that you guys just don't throw somebody, you guys just don't throw somebody the keys to the venue and say, all right, good luck.
Yeah.
You're there to help, too.
Yes, most definitely. If anybody has questions, there's always somebody there to help, or at least try to, if they don't know, they got phone numbers who they call.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, last night it's been me. So, but I'm okay. I still go home and, sleep.
Right.
Come back in, just get up and do it all over again. I enjoy the challenges.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You rise to the challenge too. It takes a certain person to be able to accomplish it, with all the stuff you guys have coming.
And there's
down.
a lot of people behind the scenes, Bobby Myers, he's another one of our big supporters, and he's been a long time member of that. He's just, our commander, quartermaster, our bartenders, our, board president, even Joe Ellen, our new ops manager. are all doing a great job. I mean, they all are. It's just, it's new, and it just come in, have fun.
That's
right.
right.
I guarantee you're going to have fun if I'm there or somebody else. Doesn't matter if I'm there. You're going to have a great time.
I only got one rule if you see me there. If I am losing in that slot room, you do not talk to me until I hit a bonus.
Yeah.
Then we're ready to have fun again. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm there. You
Oh,
can
it's
rub the
fun.
top of my head.
Well, and coming up in May, we're going to be doing Salute to Service, but I do think I want to get with you guys, and we'll do instead of just having the day off on Memorial Day, why don't we find some vets and talk to some folks at VFW and just make it a VFW show?
Yes, actually, we've got big events on Memorial Day. I think the ritual team does a memorial on Fosterburg. That's a cemetery out there that they've been a part of, I think, close to 80 years,
Wow.
50 years, something like that. I'm not sure, but they've been a part of it every Memorial Day. For a very, very long time. And then, of course, we have the Memorial Day Parade, and we've got, where we go to each cemetery, especially National Cemetery.
Absolutely.
So,
We'll cover all of that.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have two conversations with the Post this month of May. One Memorial Day. We'll figure out what that looks like.
Yeah. We'll always figure something out.
But we try. But Salute to Service, that is still on for next month as well. So 2 doses of the Post this coming May. And I'm excited to learn more and more about some of the different teams that you guys have, your guys' groups, and really just doing the best we can to raise some even more awareness to the great things you guys do at Post 1308.
Yes. I'm looking forward to the whole thing.
Me too.
Hopefully I can get some more members in here to talk to. Memorial Day would be a great time if you're out and just come out and interview them there.
Yeah.
We've got, it'd probably be the best way. But anyway,
We'll figure it out.
you know me.
For more information, VFW Post 1308.org. That's VFW Post 1308.org. Salute to Service, Chad Sibley.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you to all of you. Salute to Service coming back next month, and then a little bit of an encore presentation on
Yes,
Memorial
sir.
Day. On
Yes, sir.
this Thursday in downtown Alton, we got to take a quick break. It's Free Comic Book Day coming up.
Yes.
Heroic Adventures and Game
Yes.
joins us next.
All right. Have a good one.
Daily Show.
Take care.